How does anti-capitalism impact trade? Imagine a world where trade is not just about making profits but about fulfilling human needs. This is the essence of anti-capitalism, especially from a socialist perspective. Anti-capitalism challenges the profit-driven motives that dominate capitalist trade. Instead of focusing on capital accumulation, it emphasizes the importance of producing goods and services that meet real social needs. This shift in focus can significantly impact how trade operates. In a capitalist system, trade relies heavily on market pricing signals to allocate resources. Anti-capitalist thought critiques this reliance, arguing that it can lead to waste and inequality. Socialism proposes a different approach, advocating for planned or regulated trade systems. These systems prioritize equitable distribution and social welfare over competition and profit. Anti-capitalism also resists global trade structures that promote neoliberal policies. Organizations like the World Trade Organization and agreements such as the North American Free Trade Agreement often favor corporate interests. Movements inspired by anti-capitalism argue that these structures exploit local economies and prioritize multinational corporations over workers and communities. When anti-capitalist principles are applied, trade practices and policies shift. There is a push for fair trade practices that protect local industries and promote international solidarity among workers. This contrasts sharply with unregulated competition that often leads to exploitation and environmental harm. However, implementing these anti-capitalist or socialist trade models can present challenges. For instance, resistance from capitalist elites can create economic disruptions. These elites may use tactics like hoarding or limiting imports to undermine socialist economies. Historical examples show that socialist governments often face significant opposition from entrenched capitalist interests. Looking ahead, anti-capitalism envisions a future where trade is transformed. The goal is to replace capitalist trade with systems that incorporate social ownership and democratic control. This would allow trade to serve as a tool for global cooperation and equitable resource sharing. In essence, anti-capitalism impacts trade by opposing the profit motives and market-driven mechanisms of capitalism. It advocates for systems that prioritize human needs and social welfare. This perspective highlights the limitations of capitalist trade while opening the door to alternative models aligned with socialist principles.